Okie doke. We are on page 151. 151. Did you guys know we only have 5 lessons left in our grammar book? That's pretty exciting. Once we finish grammar, we're done with grammar. Then we can just focus on the binder and get everything else done. Our last week of class is the last week of May. So it's coming up. Summer's coming. Finally. I feel like we've been waiting for a while. Especially because, I mean, I think I told you, but this last weekend we got more snow up here. It was like, where's spring?
It's like when it hits summer goes for one day and then it's over. That's like
Well,
how fast it goes.
it feels like spring is like one day and then all of a sudden it's hot. And then we're complaining because it's hot. At least I'm like, I'm either cold or I'm hot. There's a
It
little
was
bit of time.
90 here.
Is it windy there right
No,
now?
it was 90 degrees yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's a little hot. It's kind of early for that kind of heat. What can you do? We don't have control over that. So we wear a t-shirt and shorts, right? That's what we do. Turn the fan on. Okay. Contractions, it's going to be easy peasy cheesy. This is like super easy lesson. You guys already know what contractions are. It basically says a contraction combines 2 words into one. It uses a apostrophe. How about that? Apostrophe. I got slowed down a little bit. You guys know about those. It uses an apostrophe to show where a letter or letters have been removed. Which is the contraction? It's or its? Which one shows a contraction? If you know, raise your hand. It's or its? They both sound the same. Nisaya? Which one is it?
The second
The
it's.
second it's with the apostrophe.
I was just gonna say it's.
It's. Sounds like we're just like repeating ourselves here. And then it says here, form contractions with the following words. There's 3 and there's 3 of you. So I'm going to have each of you do one. So I'll start with Tyler. Did not. What's the contraction for did not?
Didn't.
Good. With the apostrophe right where we took the O out. You guys know these. Nisaya, they are?
There.
There. Theyre with an apostrophe right where we took the A out. And then William, you know, he would. What contraction would that be? That one's kind of tricky. Heed. It's weird. It is a word. It is a word, but we don't see it very often. Heed. So we take out the W, O, U, and L. All of those letters go out, and we put an apostrophe in that spot. Here, I think you guys know this. I mean, you guys know contractions. I want you to do this part by yourself, and then we'll talk about it. Basically, what you're going to do is connect with a line like that from the 2 words to the contraction. So go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll talk about it. Got it?
Done.
Okay. Does your pattern look like mine where you have 2 going down like that and then all the rest of them are going up?
It
Okay,
made a diagonal tic-tac-toe board,
there you go. A
except
lot of spots
with an extra row.
with extra room, exactly. Easy peasy cheesy. So you guys know these. Let's go on to the actual practice page on 153. And William, could you read the sentence today, please?
He walked to the princess and boldly announced that he could heal her.
Good. And I heard you kind of pause on 2 because obviously that's the wrong 2, right, William? Okay, let's fix that because it's bugging me. So William, how would you spell 2 right there?
T-O.
There you go, T-O. Let's just get that out of the way there. And then the vocabulary is heal. And in this context, it just means to make healthy again, right? To heal her, make her healthy again. All right, go ahead and find the one article and label that by yourself. And then Tyler, how about the pronouns? Next. Oh, sorry. I put a check on noun.
What?
I don't know
How
why I did
dare
that.
you?
So tell us the noun.
Now it's tricky.
Oh no, are you stuck?
Princess.
There you go. So sarcastic this morning.
I always am.
I know. And then Nisaya, what about the pronouns? There's 3 of those.
He, and her.
He, her. Good. This is like easy peasy cheesy. William, ly adverb.
Boldly.
Good. Man, we're gonna get this done. Tyler, coordinating conjunction.
Hang on. I have to remember. And.
Okay, there you go. Fanboys. Yep. And we'll come back to the prepositional phrase. So Nisaya, that clause.
That he could heal her.
Good. Yes. And then put that top of that. William, verbs. Start with those first.
Heal.
Heal. Good.
Walk.
Walked.
Announce.
Announced. There's one more that's a helping verb.
Could.
Could. There you go. Awesome. And now the subjects, William. So who's doing all these things?
He.
Good. The first he. And then how about inside the that clause?
He.
He again. Boom. Back to Tyler for the prepositional phrase.
Okay. Is it inside the that clause?
No.
No.
Nope.
Ooh, then it has to be he walked to the princess.
You're
Because it has
close.
to end. It has to end on a noun though.
It
Oh, it
ends on
doesn't.
a noun.
Does it start on a verb?
It does not have a verb or a subject in it, but you're super close.
To the princess.
There you go. To the
I got the prepositional phrases when I was doing my grammar this morning. It just went poof.
You're like, oh, what am I doing? Yeah. So remember, prepositional phrases have no subject or no verb either. So that's a good reminder. Capital, Nisaya.
The H and he.
Good. We just need a period. Might as well just stick that in there. And then we already fixed the homophone. That was the word to. So boom, that has to be some kind of record.
We did it faster last week.
You think so?
Yeah.
You guys are just getting so good. I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
start timing us.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. Okie doke, you guys wrote a story about Book and Dinosaur. I'm so curious. And I know Tyler has his. You probably want to read yours, huh, Tyler? Do you want to read yours, Nisaya? Yeah, maybe you can think about it. How about you, William? Do you feel like reading yours? Not really? That's okay. We'll start with Tyler, and then we'll see, Nisaya, if you're ready to read yours, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But yeah, so your job was to follow the checklist. I know you had a few banned words in there, but it sounds like you already fixed them, which is good. And when you're ready, Tyler, go ahead and tell us what you got.
I still have to fix the ones that you returned, but I'll do that after
Okay.
class.
Yeah, and just read it the way it is. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, get your popcorn ready.
Okay. I love it.
Surprising dinosaurs. Once upon a time, there was this troubled boy named Mark. How was he troubled, you may ask? Well, his parents decided to dress up as bears to scare him as at their aunt's house when he and his friends walked outside. On their way back to their house, they stopped at a library that had a book named The Legend of Dinosaurs. his parents came up with a really mischievous plan, which they knew Mark would hate. Well, he decided to read the book because he was interested, and that's when the parents' plan bolted into action. They clearly didn't want to be kind to Mark, they just wanted him to be more troubled. As he was reading the book, dinosaurs randomly popped out of the book. Mark, who was scared and surprised because he assumed that dinosaurs were extinct, got startled when the dinosaurs came out. So Mark started running from the horrifying dinosaurs, and within 5 minutes they detected Jurassic Park. He found his way out of the He found his way out, and the dinosaurs were still chasing him. They were now out of Jurassic Park, or so they thought. They didn't realize that this journey was coming. It just randomly happened. Now they entered Jurassic Park 2, where dinosaurs are, and they have a long journey ahead because dinosaurs were still chasing him. Mark came to a dead end but was able to escape in time before the brutal dinosaurs got him. Before they got to Jurassic Park 3, they randomly teleported to the library. Mark tried to
Randomly.
escape, but everything was locked, which made things worse. He was finally able to get out, so he continued to travel. Little did they know that Jurassic Park 2 was more dangerous, but they made it out. Just kidding, now they were at their house. Oh, hang on. I have to take that just kidding out because I put a stay tuned for part 2, but I kept that out. Alright, now they were at their house, and that's when the dinosaurs fell to the ground. Mark's mom and dad gave him a hard time again because instead of themselves dressing up like dinosaurs, they hired actors to dress up like dinosaurs, which they
Oh
pondered would be funny. Mark finally asked them to quit scaring him after he found out, and they said, if you want us to quit scaring you, we will stop for now. So then Mark got in the house only to realize a group of actors dressed up like dinosaurs were in
Oh
the
my
house.
gosh.
Then Mark didn't have a hard time for a while. Or so he pondered, because he
Traumatized.
hurried to his bedroom to lay down only to find that they filled his room with toy dinosaurs. Then Mark yelled, you guys scared me way more than how much you scared me with the bear prank. And his parents responded with, we're just so obnoxious. Mark was surprised when the dinosaurs just fell to the ground.
Good job, Tyler. Let's give him a hand clap.
Is
Woohoo!
this the end of our creative writing?
That was so random. That was so random. So his parents dressed up like bears, and then they changed their mind, and then they hired these actors that dressed up
No,
as
no, no.
bears.
I continued it from the last story when they dressed up like bears.
Right, right.
This was the
Oh, that's
same
right.
kid that got scared with the
Okay.
bears. And so on their way
Man,
back, they stopped by the library, and now he got scared by dinosaurs.
his parents, man, they're just tormenting the poor kid. Gosh. He's like scarred for life now. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I would have never thought of that one.
Who's next?
I like how you said randomly teleported back into the library. It's like, oh, here we are.
Also, I sadly couldn't find a website to apply for the University of Inventors.
Darn it. Well, maybe you need to create the website. You can invent the University of Inventors. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, Nasaya, do you feel like reading yours? Okay, good. Let's hear
Okay.
it.
Wait, I don't have my popcorn yet.
Oh, get your popcorn. Hurry up.
Get your popcorn. Well, that strange dinosaur book. It's reading time in class, and Bartholomew decided to read an interesting dinosaur book. As Bart happily reads away, all the dinosaurs magically stomp out of the book, which scares the rest of the class. Bart's classmates, then run out of the class. But surprisingly, the dinosaurs run with them because the dinosaurs fear of things named Bartholomew. Bart then stops, trying to process what happened. He then turns his head to the crazy dinosaur book and dinosaurs. Bart then realized he's standing in Jurassic Park.
Oh, hey.
Even though the weird dinosaurs are running, they still have not moved. Suddenly, a bunch of Jurassic Park jeeps zoom from behind Bart. Although the dinosaurs try to run away, they got nowhere. The drivers, passengers of the jeeps then get out and pin the dinosaurs to the ground
Ooh.
because they need to contain them before they get to the guests of the park. Before he knew it, Bartholomew was awarded for being the hero of Jurassic Park, which left Bart stunned in confusion.
That's good.
Unexpectedly, the silly dinosaurs are released and run past Bart. As they pass Bart, the dinosaurs magically turn into baby chicks because they're so scared. They turn into chickens.
Oh my God.
Confused by the situation, Bart picks up a chick, which immediately speaks to Bart, yelling, "Wake up, Bart! Wake up, Bartholomew!"
Oh.
Bart then suddenly woke up from the weirdest dream he ever
Oh.
had and finds himself on top of the same dinosaur book.
Oh my
It
God.
was totally a dream.
It was all a dream. Give her a hand clap, you guys.
Yay.
Yay. Woohoo. I love it. That was good.
It was all weird.
You know, sometimes chickens, like their feet kind of look like a dinosaur. So I can see how you can connect those two together.
The movie theater didn't get done with my popcorn in time.
Oh,
I'm
that was very
sorry.
entertaining though. So he picked up one of the chicks. Is that what you said? Toward the end? That's so funny.
Picked one up and it spoke to him,
And
"Wake up."
wake up. It's like his mouth is moving. Wake up, Bart. Wake up, Bart. Ah, that's hilarious. I love it. Good job. You guys are creative. I really like your stories. They're really good. And William, I'll read yours too online and I'll give you some feedback, okay, on Google Classroom. Can you tell us what your title is, at least that part? Looks like he has popcorn.
Missing dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
No, missing dinosaurs.
Missing dinosaurs?
Missing dinosaurs.
Can you guys hear him?
Are you saying MISSING?
For some reason, your mic is like muffled.
Did he drop popcorn on it by
Oh,
accident?
maybe. Is your mic by your mouth? I don't see it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you got to turn it down by your mouth or something.
It could be built in.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Mission
Mission
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Ooh, I like that title. That's a good one. Mission Dinosaurs.
Are they rescuing people?
Can you tell us what, like the basic plot of it? You don't have to read it, but what's the mission? Is it
Give us a summary.
are the dinosaurs on a mission, or is the boy on a mission to find the dinosaurs?
The dinosaurs are on a mission.
Ah, okay. Dinosaurs are on a mission. I like it. All right, I'll have to check it out.
I'll go ahead and turn in my thing because I think I fixed all the bad words. What's
Okay.
nice is I put under replace with, I put pondered and it replaced all of them. 'cause I
Oh, okay.
probably saw, so.
Yeah, except for you don't want to use the same word every time. So
Well,
I
yeah,
think go ahead.
I think I'll go to where it put pondered woods and put like radioactive. No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Uh,
You'll
what was
fix
the other
it.
one you said?
The wondered.
Maybe I could use forgot what you said earlier.
I think I said wondered or dreamed, but here's the thing, you can go back to your tab that says banned words because that's where your list is that we made for Think Thought way back. So you can always look back on that. Oh, I see yours, Nasaya. And you know, another good idea if you guys want, I always suggest taping it up on the wall by where you do your work, like the banned words list, and even this one. I know I've told you that before because um, this is a great list to have handy when you're, you know, needing to look for an ly adverb. So by the way, keep this one, either tape it up on your wall or keep it in your front pocket. So don't put this one away. But the rest of the stuff for book and dinosaurs can go behind your finished compositions or wherever you keep your finished stuff. So go ahead and put away book and dinosaurs, and we're going to get out the next one.
So I will do that. I'll review all the stuff before turning it back in, but I can't do it before this afternoon, probably because I have science class and then PE. So
That's okay. That's all right, Tyler. Whenever you get a chance, I'm really behind on my grading anyway, so it's okay. But you will want to watch the rest of this recording later because I'm going to introduce a brand new unit and it's going to be a lot of information. So make sure before class next week, you watch the end of this video, okay?
alright, what's the unit?
Okay.
What's the unit?
Oh, I thought you said see you. I like see you
No.
later. I was all bye. The unit, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Not
Oh,
yet.
writing from pictures. Okay.
We're still writing from pictures. So I'll give you a heads up. This week,
Yeah.
you're going to write one more creative story. So go ahead and get out week 16.
Alright.
This picnic or tortoise. Or do you have to go, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I'll
We'll
watch
see
the
you
rest
next
of the
week.
recording.
Okay. Sounds good,
See you
Tyler. Have
next
a good
week.
day.
I'll bring in our funny story.
Okay, good. I can't wait. Okay, bye. So we're going to work on week 16. This isn't behind your source text tab. I think there's 4 pages. Let me double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 pages. So it's going to be another fun creative writing this week, but I am going to introduce the next unit coming up after we talk about this. So I'll wait to tell you about that. Give me a thumbs up when you got these out. Oh, you also need a piece of lined paper too. Okay, so get out a piece of lined paper, just one. And then when you got these 4 pages and a lined paper ready, give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Picnic or tortoise. So you're going to have a choice here. So you don't need that top page. We'll just set that aside for a second. Let's look at the first set of pictures here. So you're going to have 2 choices this week. You get to decide which one you want to write about. And just looking at this picture or these groups of pictures here, you can see there's some kind of picnic. It looks like maybe they're friends because they all look about the same age. I don't think they're family. Could be family though. And then obviously they decide to take a break from their picnic and play some soccer. And then you can see what's happening to their picnic stuff here. So we're going to talk about this, but the first thing I want you to do is turn it over to the back side and we're going to make your list of questions because this is how you create your story when you get ready to write. This is how you access ideas inside your brain. This is how we think, right? Who remembers what the big 6 question words are? What are the big 6 questions? Those are the words that start the sentence of a question. Go ahead, William.
Who, was, where, when, how.
Good. Who, what, where, when, and the only one you forgot was why, and then how. And then I'm just making a list in the middle of this page and then a giant question mark because I like to make giant question marks. It's fun. But those question words will help you write your story, like who is in the story. So you can give your characters names. Are they family members? Are they cousins? Are they friends? Are they classmates from school? Maybe they're in high school. And then what are they doing? They're having a picnic. Where are they? Maybe they're at the park. Maybe they're at a campground. Maybe they're at school. I don't know. When was it? Looks like it was during the day. Why are they there? Because they like to hang out and they wanted to spend the day together. And then how did they get there? Did they come on a bus? Did they ride a horse? I don't know. So these question words are really great for helping come up with ideas, because that's one thing I remembered when I would sit down to write a story. I would just be like, I don't even know where to start. I don't even have any ideas. So this will help. So then draw a line here. And then there's a few other question words that help you too, like outside. And what I mean by outside is outside the frame of the picture. What's going on that you maybe is beyond the frame of the picture, or what's invisible. Maybe you don't see it in the picture, but maybe, there's a alien spaceship that drops a bunch of aliens right there on their picnic blanket. I don't know. Invisible, or before or after. What's might have happened before this picture, or what might have happened after this picture. These are just words to help access your thinking power inside your brain. So remember way back when I said, how do you think? And it's like you guys just said, well, you just do. And it's true. It happens naturally. You don't even realize you're doing it. But this is how we think. We ask ourselves questions. Whenever you see something that you don't know about or you wonder about, you start asking questions about it to help you understand it. Okay, and then the last little bit is think, say, do, and then I'm going to add feel here. Other great words to think, like what is the character thinking? What is the character doing or feeling or saying? Okay, this is super important for you to remember to look at when you sit down to write your story. This will help a lot. Okay, so in light of that, let's turn it back over and start thinking of some of those question words. And the first part here, by the way, like I said before, you don't have to use this outline this time. These are the only assignments that you don't have to use a keyword outline. But if it helps you to jot down some keywords to help you create something, you can. But if you're the kind of person that just wants to sit down at the keyboard and just start writing your story, I'm okay with that. Okay, this is kind of another free flow assignment where you can just sit down and start writing, because I love what you guys are coming up with. I mean, I don't know if you use the keyword outline or not, but you don't have to. It's whatever works for you. Okay, for today, we're gonna just talk about it. So like the central fact, that is what's literally happening in the picture. So we'll start with that. So how about William, look at this first picture here. What do you literally see in the picture here? You see there?
Is having a picnic.
Okay, you said they're having a picnic. That's true, but who's they? Are they?
They're having a picnic.
Say that again.
Is having a picnic.
They're having a picnic. There's a boy and it looks like two girls, right? That's literally what we see here. And we don't know what they're eating. The only thing I can see is that she's holding maybe either water or lemonade. Maybe there's a little lemon on the cup there with a straw. But they look happy, right? So those are things that you literally see here. What is this next to the picnic blanket right here? I'll see. William will answer that one. What do you see right here? This right here. Do you know what that is?
A tree.
A tree. So we can, and it looks like these are little blades of grass. So they're outside somewhere. So that's the central fact. Now, William, and then Nasiah, I'll have you start talking about this in a second, the second picture. But William, what are some names? Or let's talk first about who are they? That's one of our question words, right? Who? So who are they? Are they friends? Are they cousins? Are they classmates? What do you think? This is for William again.
They are cousins.
Cousins. Okay. And you can keep it unmuted for a second. So they're cousins. Why are they having a picnic? Another good question word here. Why? Why are they having a picnic?
Because they haven't seen each other in a long time.
Good. So they haven't seen each other and they want to hang out. That's good. And then what, another good question word here. What are they eating at their picnic? I mean, you can't really see it in the picture, so you can make it up. What do you think they would eat at a picnic? Did they stop at McDonald's and put it in the picnic basket? Now they're having cheeseburgers and Big Macs and stuff? Or did they make their own lunch? Did they get pizza? Well, you can make this up. Like what are they eating for lunch here? And it doesn't have to be in the picture. It could be made up.
They're eating uh, beef burgers.
McDonald's?
No, beef burgers from In-N-Out.
Oh, from In-N-Out. Oh, I love In-N-Out. That's one of my, I like to get their double doubles. Double cheese, double patty. Big fan. Okay, good. So that would be a good way to start. You can both, just come up with whatever situation you want to come up with for them having this picnic. It starts out all nice and calm and everything. And then we move to this picture. So let's talk about the central fact first. So Nasiah, what do you literally see in this picture right here?
They're playing football.
Football. I like it. Yes. And so um that's pretty much what we see there is literally. So do you think here, why are they playing football?
Uh, because they want to play a game to keep them occupied.
Ah, okay, play a game to keep them occupied. It looks like if I look closely, this guy has good soccer playing shoes on, but this one, she looks like she has some flip-flops on. And then this one looks barefooted. So, you could go off of that to help you come up with a plot for the middle of the story. But what do you think? Are they on a team or are they just kicking the ball around? Are they actually playing a game, do you think, or are they just
I think they're just kicking a ball around, not actually playing football.
football? Yes. So what could be, I'm thinking of a what question now. And then maybe invisible, like there's not a whole lot happening in the background. It's blank. So what do you think's in the background? Do you think there's other people at the park? Do you think that there's dogs there maybe?
I believe they're at a park
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, I agree. They're at a park. And then what were you gonna say?
They're the only people there at the park.
Oh, okay. They're the only people there. Do you think anybody gets hurt while they're playing, or are they just gonna have fun playing?
I think they're just gonna have fun playing.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So, and then Nasiah, looking at this one, what do you think? How would you explain what's going on here? The central fact. What do you see literally in that picture?
All the animals and insects are invading their picnic.
Oh, no, this is where the drama comes in, right? So, what animals do you see invading here?
Ants, squirrels, birds, and dogs.
Yes, okay. And it's going to be interesting because those animals also eat each other, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be a total battleground right here. And it looks like maybe this, does it kind of look like a half-eaten apple to you, kind of, sort of?
It looks like a strawberry to me.
Okay, strawberry. Maybe that's a sandwich back there. But like in William's story, they're going to have in and out. So it could be like a French fry or,
Yeah.
maybe a part of a bite of a hamburger or something like that. So what do you think is gonna happen? So now it looks like all the animals are looking at the picnic. So that leaves you up to what's gonna happen next. What do you think will happen after? That's a good question to look at after that.
They all except they all mind their own business and go for their own different things. Like the dog will go for the sandwich, the ants will go for the strawberry. The bird will mistaken the straw as a worm and eat that.
Okay, that's a good one.
And the squirrel will just rummage through the basket.
Rummage through the basket. I like that. That's a good one. What do you think, William? What's going to happen next as they're all looking at this picnic?
They'll have a battle
They'll have a battle. Okay, so how's the battle going to end?
with the dog being successful.
With the dog, you muted a little too soon. With the dog doing what?
With the dog winning the battle.
Winning the battle. Okay, so he's going to scare off everybody else. That makes sense. I think in this picture he is at the top of the food chain. I would agree with that. And then what do you guys think is going to happen when the cousins or the friends realize what's going on over here? How is that going to be solved? What do you think, Nasiah?
They're first going to freak out and then try to save the food, but then fail and decide to throw everything away and go to Wendy.
There you go. That's a good one. I like it. What do you think, William? What are they going to do when they see what's going on here during that epic battle?
They'll join in for the battle.
They'll join in? And then what? Now you got me curious. How's that going to end?
The dog's still gonna win.
The dog is still going to win. Wow. That must be like a German Shepherd or like a Rottweiler, one of those dogs that is really strong. What kind of dog do you think this is, William?
German Shepherd.
German Shepherd, but of course, you can make it up, so it can be whatever dog you want it to be. What if it's like a little Chihuahua? And it's like and all the other animals. I mean, it could be like a vicious Chihuahua. Sometimes they are. Those things can be vicious. What do you think, Nasiah? What kind of dog do you think it is?
Okay. It's either a coyote
Ah,
or a poodle.
or a poodle. That's pretty extreme. Oh, but he could have a friend with him. It could be the coyote and the poodle. That would make an interesting story.
That would make it interesting.
Yeah, that would. Okay, so and don't forget these down here. What are they thinking? You could talk about this squirrel looks like he's falling from the tree, kind of, or he's trying to get there first, maybe, they're trying to, and actually it looks like the dog's actually looking at the squirrel rather than the picnic. I think he's probably, dogs like to have a little challenge with their meal. So maybe he's like, I'm going to skip the stuff that's laying there. I'm going to go for the live animal, you know. Maybe it chases it all around the park and gets mixed up in their soccer game or something. So be thinking about, even what the animals are thinking or feeling, or you can even have your animals talk if you want. So this is like wide open for you guys, okay? So let's look at the next one in case you like the idea of doing this story. And this one, you probably notice right away that there's two X's here. That's because they're really leaving it up to your imagination. So we don't know the beginning of this story, and we don't know the end of the story. We only know the middle of the story. So this is how you're going to base your story on this one picture. There's not much in that picture. But William, what we'll start here because this is the only picture we have. But what is the central fact? What do you see literally in that picture?
An upside down tortoise.
An upside down tortoise. And if you know anything about tortoises, they don't like to be upside down. So I don't think he's very happy right now, but you could make him happy if you want. But let's brainstorm. What do you think, Nisaya, what do you think happened before this tortoise ended up upside down?
He probably was like climbing a rock, but then accidentally fell down and rolled on its back.
Okay. Yeah, that actually probably does happen. And that was what happened. And you could even go from there. Why was he climbing the rock? Was he looking for food or go ahead?
There wasn't a way to go around it, so he went over it.
Okay. Sounds like another story I know. Can't go over it, can't go around it. Anyway, okay. So then what else could we ask? Like maybe we could think about invisible here. Maybe in this one, there's other animals or people, or it's a forest, or it's a backyard. I mean, that's where you guys get to think about what could be going on behind that. But let me ask William, what do you think happened before this part where he ended up on his back? Oops, you're muted again. There you go.
He fell from the sky.
He fell from the sky. Interesting. Was it raining turtles that day? Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. What do you guys think? How is he going to get out of this situation? What do you think is going to happen after that? Do you have any ideas, Nasaya? How's he going to get fixed?
And I think someone walks by and decides to help him.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because he's going to need help. I don't think he can get over by himself. What do you think, William? How's he going to get out of that situation?
A caterpillar helps him up.
A caterpillar? Man, that's one strong caterpillar. What are you going to name your caterpillar? He's got to have a name.
Preston.
Preston the caterpillar. He sounds so like regal, like a royal caterpillar from the king's castle. Ooh, you could go with that. That's a good one. Okay, so here's your homework then. You get to choose. So be thinking of some ideas. And remember, as you're sitting there, like, what am I going to write about? Start thinking about these questions. That's why I had you put them on the back here so you could look at those. And then you get to decide which one you want to write on. I have other students that say, can I write both stories? The answer is yes, if you have time. I know it takes a long time to write these, but start with your favorite one. And then if you don't have time for the second one, it's okay. But you only have to do one, okay? You can pick either the picnic story, this one, or the tortoise one. So, and like I said earlier, you don't have to use the keyword outline, but if it helps you, go ahead and do that. It's up to you. And then, of course, you have your checklist, and everything's still the same. This one is the newest edition, is the Y1LA clause. Do you guys remember what those words are? Y1LA. We wrote it down last time. You remember what the W's are for? Go ahead, Nisaya.
I saw eat, ate as banned words.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that new?
And yeah, I looked at the old one, the last week's checklist dress ups, and I did not see E8 in that one, so that one's new.
Oh, so we forgot to put that on there. So, okay, next week we'll talk about that because I want to move on to the new unit, but stay away from eat and ate, and we'll write a list of those words next week. But you could use something like consume or devour or gobble up or chewed, and you're going to need some ideas, because if you write about the picnic story, you'll definitely want to try to think of a different way to say eat and ate. You can use a thesaurus if you have one of those at your house. That would help you. Or if it's okay with your parents, you can go to thesaurus.com. That's like dictionary.com, but it's for a thesaurus. And then you type in the word ate, ATE, and then it'll give you some suggestions. So that's another idea, if it's okay with your parents, to Google that. Okay. So I'm glad you pointed that out, though. I made a note to talk about that in more detail next week. But I want to move on. Or is there any questions about homework this week? You guys know what to do? Okay. I do want to move on to this lined paper. We're going to take some notes today about a new unit coming up. It's going to be a completely shift in our thinking and in what we're doing. This is the last week of creative writing, so that you already know your homework. So this is basically a heads up for what's coming next. Okay, go ahead and put your name and date here. And today is 4/18. And the unit is called, you're going to skip a line and let's write summarizing multiple references. Big words. Summarizing multiple references. And we've talked about summarizing before. We've talked about summarizing references, but now we have that word multiple. By the way, summarizing, remember how we talked about SOME is better than the way they spelled this, but you're basically taking a ton of information, like a bunch of facts, and you're narrowing it down. Remember the funnel we drew at one point where you have a bunch of facts and then you got to narrow it down to just a few. Same thing for this, but what's different here is you have the word multiple. So whenever you do a research paper, you have to find different places to find the information. So the first thing I want you to write, skip a line, and over here by the red line, go ahead and put references. And then in parentheses, you're going to put sources. It's basically the same thing. References means where are you going to find information? So let's pretend for a second you're going to do a research paper on volcanoes. Where would you find information about volcanoes? What do you guys think? William?
In a book.
In a book. Okay, that's a good start. We'll just put book here. You could go to the library. talk to the librarian and say, excuse me, I need a book on volcanoes. Where would I find a book on volcanoes? And then he or she would tell you, oh, go down 3 rows on the bottom shelf, look for this number. A book. What's another place you could find information about volcanoes? What do you think, Nasaya?
A scientist who studied them.
Okay, good. Like an expert or a scientist. Yep. I'm going to put expert here just in case whatever your topic is not a science topic, but you can interview a scientist. That's a good one, or a teacher that knows science and knows about volcanoes. What do you think, William? What's another place you can find information about volcanoes?
The internet.
The internet. So we can put website. We can look at a website. A lot of times like nationalgeographic.com, that's a great website to go to find things about nature, like volcanoes. You could go, have you heard of the word encyclopedia? You guys know what an encyclopedia is? Okay. So it could be, that's a book, but it's a specific kind of book that has a lot of information in it. Usually they're alphabetical and there's a lot of volumes, and then you pick the one that has the right letter of whatever it is you're researching. You could read a magazine. They're still around. Those are kind of old school, but they're basically paper thin packets of information that you can get at the library, or sometimes you get them in the mail. You could watch a documentary. If you go to Netflix, or if you go to like National Geographic, it's a lot of times they'll have a documentary on something you're researching. Or maybe even a museum. Or the last thing I'm going to put is go and see. Maybe you talk to your parents and say, can we go see a real volcano? Because they are in the United States. There are places that have them now. They're not active, which is a good thing, because if it's an active volcano, you don't want to go near it, okay? Because then you're going to see lava and all the other stuff that goes on with it. But there's a lot of inactive volcanoes around that you can go tour and go on a trip and check it out and see what it's like. So look at all these different ways to find information. Now what I'm going to have you do is just draw a line kind of in the middle of your page like this next to that. And then on the other side of the line, I want you to put the word steps. And these are the steps to writing a research paper. The first step is knowing what your subject is. You have to know what you're writing about. So if your subject is volcanoes, then you know what to look for here, right? About volcanoes. You have to know what your subject is first before you can write your research paper. And then from there, when you know what your subject is, we've talked about this before. Do you know what step is next after that? You remember the next step? No, we have to find the topics, right? Possible topics. We have to find out what are the topics are your paragraphs, right? So an example for volcanoes would be like lava would be a good topic, or location of volcanoes, that would be another topic. Or maybe the ash, sometimes after it erupts, there's ash that comes out and it settles down on the town that's nearby. How does the volcano affect people? How does the volcano affect animals? All of those are different topics about volcanoes. Okay, so you have to have a list of topics. And then number 3, this one's new for you. It's called source outlines. Oops. That's a U. I kind of messed up on that. Or KWOs, you know what those are. Source outlines or KWOs. And then number 4 is called a fused outline. So we are out of time, so I'm going to explain what those are next week, but I kind of wanted to give you a heads up with what's coming. So we're going to talk more about the process of writing a research paper next week. But just a reminder for this week, you're going to pick either the picnic story or the tortoise story and write 3 paragraphs using your checklist. Okay, so we're going to stop on this. We're just going to keep this in your front pocket until next week, and then we'll come back to this and I'll explain what those steps mean. You guys have any questions before we go? You're good? Okie dokie. Good job today, you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.